Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Hooky Hour, where we're finally returning to Fata Morgana after a few weeks' break. We got a long ways to go in the story. I looked up a non-spoiler guide for just how much I had left, and holy crap. We're over halfway done. We're like chapter 5 of 8, which is good, but it also means we are I don't know. It means it might just take the rest of the year to get done, but hopefully not. But at the same time, might take the rest of the year. Like I said, we got a good, decent chunk already completed, but I'll stick through with it till the end at least. But I may have to do something different in terms of recording, so be on the lookout. This week, however, these next 5 episodes I'm about to record, gonna be the same length, so. With all that being said, let's get started. This is what the tablet said, though. Oh boy, right off the bat. We have been cursed by the witch. Okay. Cursed by the witch? Look over there. You see that river? There used to be a magnificent bridge crossing it, but there's hardly anything left of it. If you continue along the path beyond the fallen bridge, there's a forest. That's where I found you. Right, so last time we left off, Gazelle was saved by a stranger, pretty much. But then that stranger actually was pretty nice to her for a change. Ain't that something? So here we are. After the terrible things that happened to Gazelle. I'm sure it's a nice breath of fresh air. The deeper parts of the forest are so dense you can't see anything but trunks and leaves. It's an eerie place, wrapped in a cloud of darkness. If you make it through that, there's a mansion, which is said to be cursed. The witch who supposedly destroyed this city lives in the house deep in the forest. She's been there for years and years and years, and she casts her curse on anyone who goes near it. The city was so large that the mansion was actually in its borders. Oh. My guess is the bridge was built to mark the road leading to it. Probably also to get over the water, a little chasm of, little river chasm you got going on there. Now, as you can see, the bridge is gone and the houses still standing there are practically in ruins. But the mansion alone looks just as it did back then. The witch living in the mansion goes by the name Morgana. According to the records, someone by that same name was executed in this area for witchcraft. And even in death, she continues to bear her grudge against mankind. Who knows how much of it is true, though? Truth or fiction, the story has taken root in this region. The city's history may be lost, but the legend of the witch continues to be told. People have a tendency to keep stories alive that scare them. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. No, I'm fine. You're best staying away from the mansion in the forest, at any rate. There's no saying what might happen if curiosity gets the better of you. Better safe than sorry, if you ask me. Aside from the mansion, this is as peaceful a village as you'll find. I don't know where you came from, but I'm glad you didn't end up wandering up there. I know all about the mansion and who lives there. I won't say it out loud, though. I was there, after all, with Meikle, for a full month. But I don't remember any cursed witch. Just a man with a bone-chilling glare. Maybe the rumors about a witch living there were spread by him. Or perhaps even his family. I could see them doing that, those jerks. But none of that matters to me anymore. I'm never going anywhere near that house again. Uh-oh, you know what that means? She's gonna go near that house again. The witch's curse, Michael, they're nothing to me. With nowhere else to go, I ended up in this small village. There's no denying that there was very little to speak of here, but I found peace in that nothingness. I couldn't have been more blessed that such a kind man had found me and welcomed me into his village. I almost had like a mini heart attack. I was looking over to make sure that audio was actually recording. We're good though. The village ran entirely on its own crops and livestock. They had no currency, merely bartered among themselves. Coming from a merchant's family, everything felt so new. I had never plowed a large plot of land, milked a cow, or used a loom before. At first, I wasn't sure what to think, being such a departure from my lifestyle in the capital. But over time, I grew more comfortable with my new life, and the people of the village started thinking of me as one of them. That's very nice. Come on, Gazelle, play with us. We're playing hide and seek today, one of 2 mini games that we play in 1099. Can't, sorry, I'm spinning yarn. You can do that later. Come on, play with us. Stop that, don't pull on my skirt. Oh, alright, you win. When I'm done with this, I'll join you. And no ditching, we'll be down at the square, okay? So be there or be square. Or be at the square. Got it, see you there. At the square, not being square. Haha. Oh, haha, the kids have taken quite a liking to you. Ah, Amadei. You think so? They've been incredibly lively since you arrived. Children are more sensitive than adults. Sensitive? They're very perceptive of how others are feeling. If you begrudgingly play along, they'll pick up on that quickly. You like children, and that's a wonderful thing. There's not a good woman in the world who dislikes children. Alright, buddy. Let's not get too, Aha, why, thank you. I don't think it's so much that I like them, as I'm kind of like a big kid myself. I genuinely enjoy hide and seek, but that's not going to earn me any points. Bonus points? I like kids too. Watching them, it gives me faith that this world has a bright future. Sorry about the southern accent that came out. A bright future. I never looked at them that way. They seem to like you quite a bit too, Amadei. Haha, thanks. Though I'd rather give my affection to my own kids. Oh, you have children? Oh, heavens, no. I thought that was obvious enough. I'm talking about the future. I see. But knowing you, Amadei, I'm sure you'll find someone right for you and have kids of your own in no time. It's not that easy, sadly. Even in such a small village, there are no ladies who would take interest in me. You don't give yourself enough credit. I'm fully confident you'll find someone soon enough. Not me, though. Don't you even think about it. Do you really think so? Absolutely. Then perhaps you could be that person. Oh my god, he's going for it. Ah, the screen shake. What? Pardon? I won't pressure you into it, of course. But I think it would be marvelous to have you in my life in a bigger way. But it's a little too soon for me to think about settling down like that. It is pretty sudden, I admit. Take all the time you need to consider it. Alright. I have to go play with the kids now. Have fun. But damn it, I screwed it up. I wonder if you really meant it. Amadei is a nice fellow, even if he has a weirdo name. Apologies to all the Amadeis out there. Or however you might pronounce your name. And I'm sure living here would be wonderful. But I can't help feeling something isn't right here. It's quiet. Too quiet. Why am I thinking about him now of all times? That man has no redeemable qualities, not one. Oh no, she's actually... Oh no. She's actually thinking about Michael. As it turned out, Amadei was serious about his proposition, and he brought it up every time we ran into each other. Unable to give him an answer, I found myself constantly apologizing to him. Soon winter started giving way to spring. On a day when the air still had a brisk winter bite and budding seedlings battled to break through the earth. I don't know why I stuttered there of all places in the sentence. The seams holding the village together began to come loose. That day, the village men were gathered in the square talking. They all had stern looks on their faces. It was clear that something had happened. Oh no. I'm thinking we're about to have some more fun witch times. Somebody's about to get hunted down again. I obviously couldn't stick my head in, so I waited until they were done and caught Amedei. While it was rather awkward, I was still more comfortable asking him for the information than anyone else. Actually, with a dejected look on his face, he started explaining. A lord found out about this village. Huh? And he said he's going to place this land under his rule, meaning he'll start collecting taxes. In addition, he's also demanding we pay 5 years' worth of back taxes for our unauthorized use of the land. What? That's ridiculous. Oh, okay. So we're not going in the witch route. We might get there eventually. Yes, it most certainly is. We obviously don't have the means to pay 5 years' taxes. There's no reason for him to take over this village at all. We're completely isolated from the surrounding area, after all. But if we resist, he could send soldiers. It doesn't matter how absurd his claim to the village is. We have no choice but to comply. That's terrible. What are we going to do then? We're going to do as the Lord demands. The 5 years' taxes will have to be paid in installments. Some of the men suggested we abandon the land and find somewhere else. But it would take time to cultivate the land and plant new crops. It's no trivial task. We'll just have to make do with these changes. We'll use more of the land to grow and try to be more efficient. Will you help in the fields? Of course. This village is my home now, too. Thank you, Gazelle. It will be difficult, but if we all pitch in, I'm sure we can get through this. Alright, well, shoot! Seems like there's a wrench in the village's plans to live without taxes. Alright, well, next time on Hooky Hour, I will see you next time. Bye.